Today's book is Little Miss Naughty. Little Miss Naughty worries Mr. Worry. Ooh, look at Miss Naughty. Little Miss Naughty is quite the naughtiest person that I know. Take the other day, for example. She tied Mr. Tall's shoelaces together. Ho, that's naughty. And she took Mr. Dizzy into the maze. And then you know what? She left him there. And he didn't know how to get out. Oh, poor Mr. Dizzy. And she joined up all the dots at Miss Dotty's house. Oh, she joined them all together. And she even picked on the worm who lives at the bottom of the garden. You know that song? There's a worm at the bottom of my garden. Miss Naughty picked on him. I think you would have to agree that she is probably the naughtiest person that you know. And then one day little Miss Naughty met Mr. Worry. Now, Mr. Worry is a sort of person who worries about everything, absolutely everything. Let's have some fun, suggested Miss Naughty after they had introduced themselves. Mr. Worry was a bit worried that he said no, he might offend Miss Naughty, so he said yes. But he was still worried what fun somebody called Miss Naughty might get up to. And as you have seen, he was right to worry. He was starting to worry now. Miss Naughty led him to Mr. Tickle's house. Let's ring the doorbell, Mr. Tickle's doorbell, and then we'll run away. She giggled. Oh, I don't know, said Mr. Worry. Mr. Tickle might be in the bath. That'll be even better, laughed Miss Naughty. Oh. But then he'd be all wet and he might slip and he might fall down the stairs and he might bump his head, and then there wouldn't be anybody to call the doctor because we would have run away. Up to this point, little Miss Naughty had never worried about anything in her entire life. But now, when she thought about it, she thought hard. Mr. Worry had said ringing Mr. Tickle's doorbell and running away suddenly didn't seem like it was going to be a good idea after all. Come on, she said, I've got a better idea. They walked over to Mr. Uppity's house. Why don't we let his tires down on the car? Chuckled little Miss Naughty. Mr. Worry looked very, very worried. But what if Mr. Uppity doesn't notice that he has got a flat tire until he got out onto the road, and then he might get stuck, and then a fire engine might come along and it might not be able to get past him, and then he wouldn't be able to put out the fire. Oh, gasped Mr. Worry, it would just be awful. Oh, said Miss Naughty, I hadn't thought of that. She had thought of something else, though, and off they went. But it didn't matter what she thought up. Mr. Worry could think of something to worry about, which then gave Miss Naughty something to worry about. So it just didn't work out. Mr. Worry was worried, and then Miss Naughty had nothing to think about. They didn't push Mr. Bounce off the gate because he might have bounced up into a tree and never been able to get down. They didn't scatter little Mrs. Scatterbrain's marbles because she might have got very upset if they had gotten all lost. Little Miss Naughty was distraught. All those wonderful naughty ideas were going to a waste. And then she had another idea, and she tripped up Mr. Worry, who fell flat on his face. Ooh. What did you do that for? Said Mr. Worry. I might have rolled down the hill and I might have fallen in the river, and then I might have caught a cold and I might have had to stay in bed all week. Little Miss Naughty looked at Mr. Worry. "But you didn't," she said, and she ran off giggling. Oh, what a story! That Little Miss Naughty is really naughty.